Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the fire signs Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius and their twin flame connection. Twins, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. If you are here as a cross-watcher, welcome. If you are here and you're unsure of what a twin flame connection is, I've included a link to Gabi Kovalenko's full-length video explaining the twin flame journey in the description box below. She does a wonderful job of explaining it in depth. In a nutshell, the twin flame journey is about two people who share the same energetic soul, an oversoul. So two people sharing the same soul. There's always a runner-chaser dynamic where when the twins encounter one another, it can be such a life-changing, life-altering experience that is often intense and beyond intimate, and it becomes very triggering for both twins. But there's a runner who feels as though they cannot handle the connection, and then the chaser who often knows, even if subconsciously, that they've met their twin and that they are willing to take that journey. So in this separation period, the idea is that the twins come to some kind of understanding of their shadow. They have a reckoning with themselves and experience a spiritual ascension where they discover their spiritual gifts, and that the mission of the twin flame connection is to help raise the vibration of humanity through this full acceptance of the self. So I do these readings to support the twin flame community. I am a twin in separation. Okay, so I don't know why, I just feel I feel a little melancholy today. I don't know if it's melancholy or I'm just incredibly hot, because it's incredibly hot in my apartment right now. So I apologize if my energy doesn't, I'm totally here with you. It's just, it's really hot. They haven't turned on the air conditioning yet. Okay, so I think now that I've acknowledged that, I'm okay. I'm going to be using 3 decks for your reading today. The overall energy will be from the Wisdom of the Oracle, and at the end I'll read from the book. The base spread will be the Dream Song Oracle. I don't have the box for this one, but this is the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. The cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and their twin flame connection. Oh, you got Chop Wood. This is a very, very famous oracle deck, and if you've watched any tarot or oracle readings, and most people are familiar with this deck, so anytime any of the cards in this deck flip out, it's like they feel like friends, old friends, right? 42 introduces to a 6, the Lover's card of the Major Arcana, Gemini energy, Chop Wood. This card is, I'll read from it at the end, but this card is all about keeping yourself busy. Busy. Now, I have a feeling that a lot of you fire signs already do that on your own, and you don't need to be told to be busy. But I think it's, Spirit is kind of giving me this sense that some of you have been busying yourself with things that are toxic, to put it bluntly. Not just things that are productive for you, but things that are toxic for you. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Spirit is affirming that. It's the sense that, maybe the journey, not just with your twin, but just unto yourself, has been harrowing as of late. Maybe you've been working through some things, either through meditation, through therapy, that have come to the surface now that you're really trying to grapple with. And that's not easy. I'm actually looking This is a mookaite sphere. It's one of the most beautiful crystals I have. It's so beautiful. It's got these purple tones to it. If you're ever interested in buying crystals, I'm a water sign. I don't know why I said that. I was going to say a fellow light worker. At Live True Healing, Krista, she sold this crystal to me. She sold me most of my crystals, and she's such a beautiful friend. But I'm looking at this mookaite crystal and thinking about family lineage, right? Mookaite is all about family lineage healing. So you could be dealing with a lot of family stuff right now. It could be triggering you, and triggering you in a way that is not healthy. So there could be some, I see the devil card, to be honest with you, in my mind's eye. Just some addictive tendencies, or just bad habits. Like, it doesn't even need to go that deep, but maybe we've been overindulging in something. I see some overspending. Take it as it resonates. It's not a judgment. It's just a observation that Spirit wants me to point out, that this chopped wood card is all about self-care in a way. Taking care of your daily responsibilities, even if one of those responsibilities is cleaning your bathroom, which is what I did this morning, right? It's one of these chores that no one likes to do. I mean, some people like to do it. I don't like to do it, but I did it. Why? Because I feel better in my space when my space is clean, right? But it's one of these things where if we have a clean space, then we allow our mind to be calm. And when we allow our mind to be calm, that's when we can kind of experience life more fully, because we're not worried about our dirty space. We're not worried about our chaotic environment. We can just be calm in it, so that we can be quiet. We can be contemplative. I'm seeing a very specific scene because of this, out of a movie, because of this broom. The movie is The Village by M. Night Shyamalan. I think it's probably, to me, well, The Sixth Sense. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, Spirit is obviously bringing up The Sixth Sense, but that's not the movie that they were showing me. And obviously The Sixth Sense, I hope that all of you have seen it, but you know, he can see dead people, etc., etc. That may be a gift that you have. But I'm thinking of The Village. There's a very minor scene, so minor as to be almost forgettable, but I always think about it. That movie is very interesting. I would highly recommend it. But in The Village, there is a specific color that is forbidden, and the color is red. Anytime any of the villagers see the color red, they fear it. And if there are flowers that are in anything, they immediately pull them, and they have to bury it. No red is allowed in this village. And there's a scene where these two young ladies are, it's a very kind of provincial village, and they're sweeping their front porch, and they're taking their brooms, and they're playing with each other, right? They're trying to make the very mundane task of sweeping into something that is fun. And so they kind of start dancing around, twirling around with these brooms, when all of a sudden they twirl around and they see this small red flower growing out of the porch. Their faces drop, and they drop the brooms and immediately go to the flower, pick it, and dig with their bare hands into the ground, put it in the ground and bury it. Their whole demeanor changes, and then they go back to sweeping their porch. I don't know why this is relevant per se. To me, it represents the forbidden. Okay, sorry, Spirit, I just had to think about it for a minute. I got it now. So it's the sense that perhaps this twin flame connection is forbidden to you or feels forbidden. Like maybe your twin is in a third party connection. Maybe your twin is, comes from, I mean, do people think about these things anymore, but a different socioeconomic class. Maybe they're of a different religion than you, most likely. That's always a big thing. Like a lot of twins are, you know, one of the twins is just like way older, or they're from a different religion, and it's just this Romeo and Juliet thing, right? But for some of you, your twin could be forbidden fruit, and it could be causing you a lot of anxiety and fear, just like that red flower. Spirit wants to remind you, though, that your twin flame connection is the most sacred thing, dare I say, in the cosmic sense. It is the most sacred thing because it is you. It's such a trippy concept, you know. And sometimes I question it, as I'm sure all of you do, which is probably why you're watching a twin flame reading. That's why I watch twin flame readings, because I'm like, what the hell is up with this? You know? I may question it, but I always know it through and through and through. I feel my way through the twin flame connection. It is a part of me. It is a part of you. But Spirit is saying that if you're feeling this anxiety, focus. Chop wood, carry water. Focus on the daily routines of life that make your life productive, that make your life worthwhile. If that daily routine is having breakfast with your kids, taking a walk, right? It doesn't have to be like cleaning the bathroom. It can be these beautiful other spaces. So Spirit is bringing that to the fore, right? 42, the Lover's card. Do what feels right to your heart chakra. I'm going to pull 4 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier. The first card will be your energy, the second your twins, the third the connection. I almost said union. The connection, the fourth, advice from Spirit, and I'll read from the book at the end for chop wood. Interesting. Cancer got one of these cards. Excuse me. Why did I say Cancer? You might be dealing with a Cancer. The water signs got one of these cards. Two more. Thank you. Whole bunch came out. 2 extra cards came out, so I'll take them. This is your energy, but feel free to flip it with your twins if you find it to be more appropriate, as twins often mirror one another. Number 42. Okay, come on. Talk about mirroring and synchronicities here. Wow. Whew. This is amazing. Okay, I'll show you in 1 second. Hold on. Oh, this is amazing. Number 42 again. Embrace self-compassion. Give yourself some grace. That beautiful friend of mine at Live True Healing, she was the first one that ever said to me, give yourself grace. And I never forgot it. I never forgot that statement, because I was being so crazy with some of these things that I was experiencing in my spiritual awakening. And she said, give yourself grace. And I was like, you're right. 42. Beautiful synchronicity. That's so specific too, isn't it? So specific. Embrace self-compassion. embrace self-compassion. I mean, this character is holding this, I don't even know, is it like a buck, a reindeer? It almost looks otherworldly. Look at all the birds that are kind of making their camp in these antlers. Birds, whenever we see birds, it kind of represents air energy, the air element. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This embrace self-compassion, just like really bringing home, this sense that I feel like this exhaustion from your own judgmental nature of yourself. I feel that you hold yourself to such a high standard that you made yourself tired. And Spirit is saying, please give yourself grace. Please show yourself some compassion. Like, it's this embrace here, right? It's this holding of the inner child, this holding of the self. It's like giving yourself a hug, you know? This is not to be protective, it's just to comfort, to soothe, to give yourself a hug, to let your higher self give you a hug. This spiritual embrace, your spirit guides to hug you. Man, hugs are so good, aren't they? Sometimes you don't realize especially if you're single, you don't realize how long thank you, Spirit, how long it's been since somebody's touched you, since somebody's held you. Especially like Spirit's bringing up, you know, during the pandemic. Oh, it was awful not to be able to hug our friends. I don't know why Spirit's bringing that up. Maybe the pandemic has something. I went through my spiritual awakening during the pandemic. That's when I discovered my gifts, and you know, I had the gifts, but I started to hone them. That's when I discovered my twin flame. So there could be something about the pandemic that is relevant to you. I feel as though it's interesting. There is a power company truck that is moving very slowly outside of my building. My community, I didn't, thank God, but a couple blocks down, they completely lost power. So Spirit is telling me to say that. Loss of power. Maybe the twin flame journey makes you feel powerless. It's almost like, so because you feel powerless, it's like you go into overdrive. It's like the I'll show you mentality, which I have known a fire sign or two that kind of enter into that space when provoked. The I'll show you headspace. And they usually do show them, just by the way. But a sense that we have to prove ourselves. Page of Pentacles to clarify this card of embrace self-compassion, right? That inner child energy, holding something close. Here's the bird again. Now it's a peacock. Like, really, how are we embracing self-compassion? By letting others also see how beautiful we are? Letting others see how beautiful we are. There could be, I feel, okay, fire signs, I feel like there's a protective energy, because even with this, These are two characters, look at that are holding something in front of them, in front of their heart chakra. There's a very protective energy that you have right now. It feels a little skittish because they're bringing back that scene from the village again. There could be something that, just at the time that you're watching this, that there could be something that's making you feel shy or skittish or reluctant, tentative. I'm going to ask Spirit what it is. What is it? Two of Pentacles. There's some indecision. Two of Pentacles can be a card of multitasking, spinning plates, spinning wheels. It can be frustrating to have to carry everything all the time. I feel as though you want to put something down, but you're protective of it. It's like if you let something go, then it's just going to be out there on its own. Spirit is reminding me of a video that I saw yesterday on whatever, Facebook, I'm not sure. This lady was talking about how she found a moth. Bugs usually scared her, but there was something about this moth. It was quite an outstanding moth, like the size of your hand. And instead of being scared of it, she took it in, she took care of it. And then it had, I guess, eggs, or yeah, I guess they're eggs. And then it became like her mission to raise these moths and all different kinds of moths and then let them go. And so she showed these beautiful, like she had some of them like on her face. I'm sure some of you have seen this video. It's beautiful. It brought a tear to my eye. It was so touching, right? Like showing compassion to the littlest things. And then when they're fully grown, not holding on to them. Thank you, Spirit. You know, this idea of loving someone in such a way that they feel free. That saying, that statement, that sentiment. Love someone in a way that makes them feel free. I think that there's this sense that you've held on so long that it's difficult to let go. And so that could be, you know, the separation period could be difficult for you right now. But it's the sense of letting go and trusting that they'll come back. They're your twin after all. Your twin's energy is number 40. Have tea with the birds. See? I knew the birds were important for some reason. Have tea with the birds, however, talks about spilling the tea, gossip. I think your twin is curious as to what's going on with you. You know, maybe you've been so protective that you haven't shared anything with them, especially if you're in separation. And so they want to know. Maybe they're coming, maybe they're bringing in all of their little bird friends to ask you how you're doing. Maybe they're looking at, I don't see the Page of Swords here, but I feel it. Page of Swords energy, looking at your social media, asking people about you, wondering what's going on. Trying to be, there's a little bee here, trying to look at like all the messages coming in, like what are you up to? What's my twin up to? There's something interesting about this like castle in the background right here. It's almost like this is where you are. And like they could just have a direct conversation with you if they wanted to. They could fly over to where you are and just have a direct conversation about their thoughts and feelings. And yet there's this whole elaborate plan. There's this whole elaborate plan to kind of figure out what's going on. You see here too, this butterfly. It's not a moth, it's a butterfly, but kind of on her face, on her head. Oh, your twin is very nosy. I don't blame them, but they're nosy at this time. It's driving them a little crazy. Maybe that doesn't make you happy. It shouldn't make you happy, right? Because Spirit gave me the word infantile. It's infantile. Yikes. Immature. It's clarified here by the Nine of Wands, which is anything but immature. Nine of Wands is very mature. It's tired. The tired energy. I'm exhausted by myself, by this whole thing. Everything's exhausting me. The Spirit just said charade, but in my mind they said it with like a British accent. They said charade. I'm tired of the charade. Your twin could be British. I don't know. I don't know why they said it with a British accent. I'm tired of this. They're tired of the charade. Game playing. They know it too. They know they're playing games. Hey, that's frustrating. You get a clarifier. Here you see. King of Wands. Yeah, I mean, this is how they see you. Like, they can't, like, this is what they're facing down. If there ever, besides the Emperor, if there ever was a boss fire sign, it's the King of Wands. This is what they're staring. This is who is waiting in the castle in the background, right? This dude. You fire signs. And look at his face. It's just like, if you're gonna come at me, you better say something significant. You better do something significant, because I certainly will. This is no joke energy. You have to be kind of brave to stare this energy down. They don't have it yet. Sorry. They don't. They're way, way far away. Infantile. For the connection, number 2, which reduces to, which corresponds to the High Priestess energy of the Major Arcana, Pisces energy. Moonbathe in hope. Moonbathe in hope. What's so interesting, this is a 40, this is a 2, this is 42, this is 42. Please don't dismiss synchronicities like this. Moonbathe. This is talking about mysteries, right? And here are you and your twin trying to figure each other out, but right now it just seems like you're in different worlds. To fall in love with the moon. That distance feels real. The twin flame journey. It's like they're right there. You can see him. You can see the moon, it's right there. But it's so far away. Feels like we have no real conception of it. And yet we know it so intimately, we see it every night. But it says hope. Moonbathe in hope. Not all is lost. Number 5, to clarify, the Hierophant card, Taurus energy in the Major Arcana, the Pope of the Tarot. This sense that this is a higher level connection. It's divinely guided. But it, right now, it somehow must submit to some Saturnian energy, some rules and standards. Like, I feel like there are a lot of boxes around your twin flame journey at this time. There are a lot of cords, boxes, something cordoned off, like you cannot move past this point. Especially because I see this window, it feels like a enclosure. There's a lot that you and your twin have to work out still. But Spirit's also showing me that you haven't given up hope. Even if you've said it out loud, I give up on this, your heart knows different. Your heart says something different to you. And our hearts are always going to be stronger than what our words say. We end with number 13, the Death card, Major Arcana, Scorpio energy, endings bringing new beginnings. The water signs got this, and it's craft your focus. It's this sense that we have to be very, this is Spirit's advice, very diligent, very particular about what it is that we're working on right now. Whether that's a project, a business, our other relationships, our goals, hopes, wishes, dreams. Focus on you, focus on those things. By doing that, in a sense, you honor your twin. And when they do that for themselves, they honor you. Because I see it clarified here by the Six of Cups and the Queen of Cups. There's a lot of water energy. It's kind of like abating the fire energy a little bit. It's making it just something that we can manage. Queen of Cups energy, Cancer, talks about this generosity of love. You got so many references to the Lover's card here. Now this generosity of love. Try to, the Six of Cups is all about looking back to the past and remembering with fondness. The Spirit is saying try to not just embrace self-compassion, but compassion outwards too. Compassion, compassion, compassion towards your twin, which could be the most difficult thing to do. So now I'm going to read from the book, number 42, Chop Wood. Being grounded in everyday experience, humility. There are times when the big dream is meant to lie dormant in your consciousness so that you can pay attention to the simple chores in your life. Consider why pruning a tree is the forerunner of delighting in the beautiful blooms when it is in full blossom. The mundane act of pulling off dead leaves, watering the soil, and then leaving it to be, to let nature take its course, is an important step in manifestation. Taking your attention away from your goal brings you into a state of receptivity. This is the deeper purpose for releasing attachment. When you engage in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, you clear your energy to receive your aha moments, which brings you ever closer to what you seek. That's your reading, fire signs. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, fire signs.